Have you ever wondered why some vegetables you've been told are healthy might be silently harming your body? You've probably got one of the most dangerous ones sitting in your fridge right now, quietly spiking your blood sugar, straining your kidneys, or even triggering painful joint inflammation. For years, doctors and nutritionists have praised these foods, but here's the shocking truth. If you're a senior, your body might not handle them the way it used to. Stick with us until the end, because we're exposing the 10 vegetables you should never eat, and knowing this could save you from bloating, fatigue, or even serious health risks down the road. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Now, let's dive in. Number 10. Peas, the hidden sugar bomb. Peas often get a free pass in the world of nutrition. These tiny, vibrant green orbs are a staple in countless dishes. Think hearty vegetable soups, comforting casseroles, or even as a simple side dish next to a lean piece of chicken. They're marketed as a wholesome vegetable, celebrated for their impressive nutritional profile. After all, peas are packed with dietary fiber to keep your digestion on track, plant-based protein to support muscle health, and a slew of essential vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, vitamin K, and manganese. On the surface, they seem like the perfect addition to a balanced diet, especially for those aiming to eat cleaner or sneak more veggies into their meals. But what if I told you that beneath their innocent exterior, peas could be quietly sabotaging your health, particularly if you're a senior? Let's peel back the layers of this deceptive little legume and expose the hidden dangers that might be lurking in every bite. The first red flag is their surprisingly high sugar content. Unlike low-carb champions like spinach, kale, or broccoli, leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables that barely nudge your blood sugar, peas pack a sneaky glycemic punch. They have a higher glycemic load, which means they break down into glucose quickly in your bloodstream, causing sharp spikes in blood sugar levels. For seniors, especially those managing diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin resistance, this can spell trouble. Picture this. You enjoy a generous serving of peas with dinner, only to find yourself battling an energy crash an hour later, feeling ravenous despite just eating, or waking up with nagging inflammation in your joints. If your blood sugar has been a roller coaster lately, peas might be an unexpected accomplice in the chaos. But the risks don't end with sugar spikes. Peas also harbor a lesser-known threat: purines. These naturally occurring compounds, found in a variety of foods, break down into uric acid once digested. In moderation, purines aren't a problem for most people, but for seniors, they can become a ticking time bomb. Elevated uric acid levels are a direct trigger for gout, a debilitating form of arthritis that strikes with sudden, searing pain, often targeting the joints in your feet, like the big toe, or even your knees and ankles. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, your toe throbbing as if it's been hammered, swollen and red, all because your body couldn't clear that excess uric acid fast enough. Beyond gout, high uric acid puts unnecessary pressure on your kidneys, which are already working harder as you age. Over time, this strain can contribute to the formation of kidney stones, tiny, jagged crystals that cause excruciating pain, or even accelerate long-term kidney damage. If you've ever dealt with mysterious joint stiffness, unexpected swelling, or a nagging ache in your lower back, peas could be quietly fanning the flames. And then there's the digestive dilemma. Peas are loaded with complex carbohydrates and lectins, plant proteins that can be tough for your body to break down, especially as you get older. When you were younger, your digestive system might have handled these compounds with ease, but aging brings a natural decline in digestive enzyme production. For many seniors, this means that a bowl of peas can lead to uncomfortable bloating, excessive gas, or even sharp stomach cramps that linger for hours. Think back to that last meal with peas. Did you feel unusually full, sluggish, or gassy afterward? That's your gut sending up a distress signal, struggling to process a food that's harder on your system than it appears. For some, this digestive distress can even mimic more serious conditions, leaving you wondering why you feel so off after what seemed like a healthy choice. So, what's the game plan if you're a pea lover? The good news is you don't have to banish them from your plate entirely. Moderation is your best ally here. Instead of making peas the star of your meal, treat them as a supporting player. Pair a small portion, say a quarter cup, with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado, and a lean protein like grilled salmon or chicken. This combo slows down sugar absorption, blunting those blood sugar spikes. If you're prone to gout flare-ups or have a history of kidney issues, you might want to take it a step further and cut peas out altogether, swapping them for safer alternatives like zucchini or green beans. Peas may look small, unassuming, and downright wholesome, but for seniors, they can be a hidden source of inflammation, digestive woes, and serious metabolic trouble. It's time to take a closer look at what's piling up on your plate, and whether this so-called healthy veggie is worth the risk. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 9. Asparagus, a kidney stressor in disguise. Asparagus has long enjoyed a glowing reputation in the health food world. Those slender, emerald green spears are practically synonymous with clean eating, showing up in everything from detox smoothies to gourmet salads. Nutritionists rave about its bounty of vitamins A, C, E, and K, along with powerful antioxidants like glutathione that fight free radicals and a decent dose of fiber to keep your gut happy. It's a darling of weight loss diets, heart-healthy meal plans, and even trendy wellness blogs that tout its ability to cleanse your system. At first glance, asparagus seems like a no-brainer for anyone looking to boost their health without sacrificing flavor. But what if I told you that this celebrated superfood could be silently aggravating your joints, overworking your kidneys, and leaving you dehydrated, all without raising any obvious red flags? Let's dig into the hidden downsides of asparagus, starting with its high purine content. Purines are natural compounds found in many foods, from organ meats to certain veggies, and they're broken down into uric acid during digestion. For younger folks with robust kidney function, this process usually hums along without issue. But for seniors, excess uric acid can pile up like unwanted clutter, wreaking havoc on your body. The most immediate threat? Gout, a brutal form of arthritis that strikes with little warning. Picture this: you're sound asleep, only to jolt awake with a burning, throbbing pain in your big toe, so intense it feels like someone's driving a nail through it. The joint swells, turns red, and leaves you limping for days. Asparagus, with its purine payload, could be adding fuel to that fire. Even if gout isn't on your radar yet, too much uric acid can still stoke low-grade inflammation, making existing arthritis feel worse or quietly stressing your kidneys over time. That's not the only trick up asparagus's sleeve. This veggie is a potent diuretic, meaning it ramps up urine production and sends you to the bathroom more often than usual. On the surface, this might sound like a perk. Some even claim it flushes out toxins or helps with bloating. But for seniors, the reality is far less glamorous. As you age, your body's water reserves shrink, and your thirst signals get less reliable. You might already be teetering on the edge of dehydration without realizing it, and asparagus's diuretic effect can push you over that line faster than you'd expect. Dehydration isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can leave you dizzy, foggy-headed, or battling muscle cramps that make everyday tasks a chore. Worse, it puts extra strain on your kidneys, which are already less efficient at filtering waste as you get older. For those with kidney disease or compromised renal function, frequent urination from foods like asparagus can force these vital organs into overdrive, potentially worsening existing damage or hastening decline. So, how do you navigate this double-edged sword? If asparagus is a favorite, you don't have to swear it off completely, but caution is non-negotiable. First, counteract its dehydrating effects by drinking plenty of water. Aim for an extra glass or two on days you indulge. Cooking asparagus thoroughly might also help, as heat can slightly reduce its purine levels, though it won't eliminate them. If you're prone to gout, have a history of kidney stones, or notice joint pain creeping up, scale back to tiny portions, or skip it altogether in favor of gentler veggies like cucumber or steamed carrots. Keep an eye on how your body reacts. If you feel unusually parched, achy, or fatigued after eating asparagus, it's a sign to rethink your portions. Asparagus might wear the halo of a health food darling, but for seniors, it can be a stealthy troublemaker, stoking joint pain, sapping hydration, and taxing your kidneys when you least expect it. It's time to question whether this overhyped veggie is truly the wellness wonder it's cracked up to be, or if it's been coasting on a reputation it doesn't fully deserve. Number 8. Corn, the blood sugar spiker. Corn ranks among the most ubiquitous and widely consumed vegetables on the planet, deeply ingrained in diets worldwide. From the sweet, golden kernels of fresh corn on the cob to the crunchy satisfaction of tortilla chips, the soft chew of corn tortillas, the snap of breakfast cereals, and even the sneaky presence of corn syrup lurking in countless processed foods, corn seems inescapable. It's often touted as a wholesome, natural staple, a fiber-rich gift of the earth, celebrated for its versatility and affordability. Food industries market it as a cornerstone of a balanced diet, and its bright, sunny image evokes feelings of nostalgia and simplicity. But beneath this cheerful facade lies a troubling reality, especially for seniors. For older adults, corn can transform from a dietary staple into a silent adversary, wreaking havoc on blood sugar levels, taxing an already slowing digestive system, and quietly contributing to a cascade of long-term health challenges. One of corn's most deceptive traits is its sheer indigestibility. Unlike many other vegetables that break down relatively easily in the stomach and intestines, corn contains a tough, plant-based fiber called cellulose. This compound is notoriously resistant to human digestion because our bodies lack the enzymes needed to fully dismantle it. You've likely noticed this firsthand, those stubborn, undigested kernels that appear in your stool, a testament to corn's resilience. For younger individuals with robust digestive systems, this quirk might be little more than a curiosity. But as we age, the digestive process naturally weakens and slows, making corn's indigestibility a more serious concern. For seniors, this can translate into uncomfortable bloating, excessive gas, painful cramping, and a lingering sense of gastrointestinal unease. For those already grappling with conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, diverticulitis, or other digestive disorders, corn can exacerbate symptoms, turning a seemingly innocent side dish into a trigger for misery. Beyond digestion, corn poses another significant threat: its dramatic effect on blood sugar. Corn boasts a high glycemic index, higher than many other vegetables, which means it rapidly converts into glucose once consumed. This leads to sharp spikes in blood sugar levels, followed by equally abrupt crashes. For seniors, who are often already navigating the challenges of blood sugar regulation, these roller coaster fluctuations can increase the risk of developing or worsening type 2 diabetes, promote unwanted weight gain, and foster insulin resistance, a precursor to a host of metabolic issues. Over time, these repeated blood sugar assaults can take a toll on the kidneys, silently eroding their function and elevating the risk of chronic kidney disease. For those with diabetes, prediabetes, or existing kidney concerns, corn's impact makes it a particularly insidious foe. The problems don't stop there. In today's agricultural landscape, the vast majority of corn is genetically modified, GMO, and drenched in pesticides to maximize yield and profit. Emerging research raises red flags about the potential consequences of these practices. GMO corn and pesticide residues have been linked to disruptions in gut health, sparking inflammation throughout the body and possibly throwing hormonal balance out of whack. For seniors, whose immune systems are already less resilient and whose metabolisms are slowing with age, these effects can be magnified. Over months and years, chronic exposure to these chemicals may heighten the risk of developing digestive disorders, food sensitivities, and systemic inflammation, a known driver of serious conditions like heart disease, arthritis, and even cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's disease. So, what's a corn lover to do? Total elimination isn't necessarily the answer, but moderation and mindfulness are key. Opt for small portions of organic, non-GMO corn whenever possible to minimize your exposure to pesticides and genetic modifications. Steer clear of the most processed offenders. Think corn syrup-laden sodas, greasy corn chips, and sugary cereals, which deliver the heaviest health blows with little nutritional upside. Corn may masquerade as a harmless, everyday food, but for seniors, it's a potential source of digestive distress, metabolic chaos, and long-term health risks. The next time you're tempted to pile your plate with corn, pause and weigh whether it's truly nourishing your body, or quietly undermining it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 7. Mushrooms, not as safe as you think. Mushrooms have earned a glowing reputation in recent years, often heralded as a nutritional powerhouse and a darling of the health food world. Packed with B vitamins, antioxidants like selenium, and compounds believed to bolster immune function, they're frequently recommended for seniors as a brain-boosting, longevity-promoting addition to the diet. From the earthy depth of cremini mushrooms to the delicate texture of oyster varieties and the ubiquitous white button mushroom, they've become a go-to ingredient in soups, stir-fries, and salads. Nutritionists and wellness gurus alike sing their praises, pointing to studies suggesting they might protect against cognitive decline and inflammation. But this rosy picture hides a darker truth. Mushrooms can pose surprising and significant risks, particularly as we age. One of the most alarming dangers stems from their remarkable ability to act as environmental sponges. Mushrooms, whether wild or cultivated, readily absorb toxins from their surroundings. Think heavy metals like lead and mercury, industrial pollutants, and chemical residues in the soil. If they're grown in contaminated areas, these fungi can harbor dangerous levels of these substances, which accumulate in the body over time. For seniors, whose kidneys and livers are less efficient at filtering out toxins and whose immune systems may be compromised, this bioaccumulation can spell trouble. Potential consequences include subtle organ damage, neurological symptoms like confusion or tremors, and persistent digestive upset ranging from nausea to cramping. What's even more unsettling is that this risk isn't limited to foraged wild mushrooms. Even store-bought varieties can carry these hidden contaminants if sourced from poorly regulated or polluted growing regions. Then there's the issue of agarotine, a naturally occurring compound found in many common mushrooms, especially white button, cremini, and portobello varieties. Research has flagged agarotine as a potential carcinogen, with animal studies suggesting it could promote tumor growth when consumed in large quantities over time. While cooking mushrooms thoroughly reduces agarotine levels significantly, by as much as 50 to 75%, according to some studies. Many people enjoy them raw in salads or only lightly sautéed, unwittingly exposing themselves to this compound. For seniors, whose bodies are already more vulnerable to inflammation and cellular damage, this could contribute to gut irritation, weakened immunity, and an elevated risk of chronic diseases over the long haul. Mushrooms also harbor another sneaky hazard: their potential to trigger allergic reactions or food sensitivities. As fungi, they contain unique proteins that can provoke immune responses in susceptible individuals. For some seniors, this might manifest as mild bloating, gas, or nausea after a mushroom-heavy meal. For others, the reaction could be more pronounced. Think skin rashes, itching, or even respiratory symptoms like wheezing. These sensitivities often go undiagnosed because mushrooms are so widely regarded as safe, leaving people puzzled about why they feel off after eating them. Aging digestive systems, already less adept at processing complex foods, may struggle even more with these fungal proteins, amplifying discomfort. How can you enjoy mushrooms without rolling the dice on your health? Preparation and sourcing are critical. Always cook mushrooms thoroughly. High heat not only slashes agarotine levels but also neutralizes potential bacteria, parasites, or environmental toxins that raw mushrooms might carry. Whenever possible, choose organic mushrooms from reputable suppliers, as they're less likely to be tainted by pesticides or grown in toxic soil. If you suspect a sensitivity, say, you feel queasy or bloated after eating them, consider cutting back or eliminating mushrooms to sidestep unnecessary strain on your system. Mushrooms may wear the halo of a superfood, but for seniors, they can be a covert source of toxins, digestive woes, and subtle health threats. Before tossing them into your next dish, take a moment to consider whether they're truly a friend to your aging body, or a foe in disguise. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 6. Cabbage, the thyroid disruptor. Cabbage is often considered a powerhouse vegetable, packed with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. It's a staple in many diets, praised for its role in heart health, digestion, and even weight loss. But what most people don't realize is that cabbage has a dark side, one that can cause serious issues, especially for seniors. One of the biggest problems with cabbage is its effect on digestion. It contains raffinose, a complex sugar that the human body struggles to break down. As a result, it ferments in the gut, leading to excessive gas, bloating, and discomfort. For seniors with slower digestion or sensitive stomachs, cabbage can cause painful bloating, cramping, and even acid reflux. If you've ever felt uncomfortably full after eating cabbage, your body is likely struggling to process it. But the bigger concern lies in its impact on the thyroid. Cabbage is high in goitrogens, natural compounds that interfere with thyroid function. These compounds block iodine absorption, which is essential for producing thyroid hormones. For seniors who already suffer from hypothyroidism or slowed metabolism, regularly eating cabbage can make symptoms worse, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and even cognitive decline. If you feel unusually tired, cold, or mentally foggy, your thyroid could be under strain, and cabbage might be making it worse. So, what's the safer option? If you love cabbage, consider fermented versions like sauerkraut or kimchi. Fermentation breaks down the tough fibers and reduces the goitrogenic effect, making it easier to digest and safer for the thyroid. Cooking cabbage can also help minimize its impact, but if you have thyroid concerns, it's best to limit your intake. Cabbage might seem like a health food, but for seniors, it can be a hidden threat, disrupting digestion, slowing metabolism, and weakening thyroid function. Before you add it to your plate, think about whether it's truly helping or harming your health. Number 5. Eggplant, the silent inflammation trigger. Cabbage often earns its reputation as a nutritional superstar, frequently lauded for its impressive lineup of health benefits. Packed with dietary fiber, essential vitamins like C and K, and potent antioxidants, it's a go-to vegetable in kitchens worldwide. Dietitians and health enthusiasts alike celebrate its contributions to cardiovascular wellness, improved digestion, and even its potential as a weight loss ally. From coleslaw to stir-fries, cabbage appears in countless dishes, its versatility making it a beloved staple across cultures. Yet, beneath its wholesome exterior lurks a less savory truth, one that can pose significant risks, particularly for older adults. While cabbage might seem like an innocent addition to your plate, it harbors properties that can wreak havoc on both digestion and hormonal balance, especially as the body ages. Let's start with its impact on the digestive system. Cabbage contains raffinose, a complex carbohydrate that the human gut lacks the enzymes to fully break down. Instead of being digested smoothly, raffinose travels to the large intestine, where gut bacteria ferment it. This fermentation process produces gas, sometimes in copious amounts, leading to bloating, flatulence, and abdominal discomfort. For seniors, whose digestive systems often slow with age or become more sensitive over time, the consequences can be even more pronounced. Eating cabbage might leave them grappling with painful bloating, sharp cramping, or even bouts of acid reflux that linger long after the meal is over. If you've ever finished a cabbage-heavy dish and felt your stomach balloon uncomfortably, it's a sign your body is struggling to cope with this so-called health food. But the digestive woes are just the beginning. Cabbage's more insidious threat lies in its effect on the thyroid gland, a critical regulator of metabolism and energy. Cabbage belongs to a group of vegetables known as cruciferous plants, which are naturally rich in goitrogens. These compounds, while harmless in small doses for most people, can disrupt thyroid function by inhibiting the gland's ability to absorb iodine, an essential nutrient required to synthesize thyroid hormones. For seniors already contending with hypothyroidism, an underactive thyroid, or a naturally slowing metabolism, frequent cabbage consumption can exacerbate existing problems or even tip the scales toward new ones. The result? A cascade of symptoms that might include persistent fatigue, unexplained weight gain despite a balanced diet, heightened sensitivity to cold, and even cognitive fog that clouds memory and focus. If you've been feeling unusually sluggish, chilled, or mentally off-kilter, it's worth considering whether cabbage could be straining your thyroid behind the scenes. So, how can you enjoy cabbage without falling victim to its pitfalls? There are safer ways to incorporate it into your diet, especially if you're reluctant to give it up entirely. Opting for fermented forms, such as sauerkraut or kimchi, is one promising solution. The fermentation process not only breaks down raffinose and other tough fibers, easing the burden on your digestive system, but also diminishes the goitrogenic compounds, rendering them less disruptive to thyroid function. Alternatively, cooking cabbage, whether by steaming, boiling, or sautéing, can soften its fibrous structure and partially neutralize its thyroid-blocking effects. That said, if you have a diagnosed thyroid condition or suspect your metabolism is lagging, moderation is key. Limiting your intake might be the wisest course of action. Cabbage may masquerade as a virtuous health food, but for seniors, it can be a stealthy adversary, upsetting digestion, dragging down metabolism, and undermining thyroid health. Before you heap it onto your plate, Pause to weigh whether its benefits truly outweigh the hidden harm it might inflict on your aging body. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 4. Potatoes, a blood sugar nightmare. Potatoes are a global dietary staple, deeply ingrained in cuisines and cultures worldwide. Whether they're whipped into creamy mashed potatoes, sliced into golden fries, or crisped into salty chips, these versatile tubers are the epitome of comfort food. For many, a meal without potatoes feels incomplete. Think of holiday feasts with roasted spuds or a quick snack of potato chips on a busy day. Yet, beneath their humble, earthy exterior lies a potential health hazard that becomes more pronounced as we age. What if this everyday vegetable, often seen as a wholesome necessity, is quietly undermining your well-being, particularly for seniors? The primary culprit is potatoes' alarmingly high glycemic index, GI, a measure of how quickly a food raises blood sugar levels after consumption. Potatoes, especially in their most popular forms, break down into sugar at lightning speed, sending your blood glucose on a roller coaster ride. For older adults, particularly those managing diabetes, insulin resistance, or metabolic syndrome, these rapid blood sugar spikes are far from harmless. Each spike can trigger a cascade of problems. Sudden fatigue that leaves you drained, stubborn weight gain that clings despite your best efforts, and a heightened risk of cardiovascular issues like heart disease or stroke. Over months and years, this relentless strain on your system doesn't just stop at tiredness or a few extra pounds. It can overwork your kidneys, leading to potential strain or damage, fray your nerves, sometimes literally, through diabetic neuropathy, and exacerbate existing diabetic symptoms like poor circulation or blurred vision. For seniors already navigating age-related health challenges, potatoes can turn a comforting meal into a silent saboteur. But the trouble with potatoes doesn't end with their sugar-spiking tendencies. Take a closer look at how they're often prepared, deep-fried into crispy fries or potato chips, and the risks multiply. When potatoes are cooked at high temperatures, they produce acrylamides, a chemical compound formed during the frying or baking process. Studies have linked acrylamides to chronic inflammation in the body, a known driver of aging-related woes, and even an elevated risk of certain cancers. Beyond that, these compounds can wreak havoc in subtler ways. They may stiffen joints, slow your metabolism to a crawl, and accelerate the aging process at a cellular level. For seniors already battling arthritis, fibromyalgia, or other inflammatory conditions, a plate of fries might not just be a treat. It could be a trigger that amplifies pain and stiffness the next day. Even if you sidestep the fryer and opt for a baked potato, don't assume you're in the clear. Without the fiber-rich skin, which many peel away for texture or preference, a baked potato still delivers a hefty glycemic punch. You might feel a brief burst of energy, only to crash soon after, hungry and sluggish once again. This cycle makes it tougher to maintain a healthy weight, keep energy levels steady, or feel in control of your appetite. Challenges that hit harder as metabolism naturally slows with age. Portion sizes matter too. That oversized baked potato at dinner could be quietly overloading your system. So, what's the workaround? Consider swapping regular potatoes for sweet potatoes, their nutrient-packed cousins. Sweet potatoes boast more fiber to slow digestion, a gentler glycemic impact that avoids those wild sugar swings, and a treasure trove of antioxidants like beta-carotene to fight inflammation and support overall health. If you're not ready to ditch potatoes entirely, keep the skin on for that extra fiber boost and stick to preparation methods like boiling or baking rather than frying, which minimizes acrylamide formation. Pair them with protein or healthy fats, like a dollop of Greek yogurt or a drizzle of olive oil, to further blunt the blood sugar spike. Potatoes might seem like an innocent, budget-friendly staple, but for seniors, they can be a hidden instigator of blood sugar chaos, chronic inflammation, and long-term health decline. The next time you're tempted by a potato-laden dish, pause and ask yourself, is this helping my body thrive, or quietly chipping away at my vitality? Number 3. Spinach, a kidney stone culprit. Spinach has long been crowned a nutritional superstar, a leafy green that seems to promise health in every bite. Packed with vitamins like A, C, and K, minerals such as iron and magnesium, and a hefty dose of antioxidants, it's no wonder dietitians sing its praises. From boosting your immune system to strengthening your heart and sharpening your mind, Spinach appears on nearly every "eat this for longevity" list. Toss it in a smoothie, sauté it as a side, or layer it into a salad. It's the poster child for clean eating. But what if this celebrated superfood is secretly putting your kidneys, and even your bones, at risk, especially as you age? The catch lies in spinach's sky-high oxalate content, a naturally occurring compound that sounds benign but can spell trouble in excess. Oxalates, found in many plant-based foods, are particularly concentrated in spinach, making it one of the most oxalate-heavy vegetables you can eat. When these compounds accumulate in your body, they have a pesky habit of binding with calcium in your kidneys, forming jagged, painful kidney stones. If you've ever endured the searing agony of a kidney stone, often described as worse than childbirth, you'll know it's not something to take lightly. For seniors, the stakes are higher. Age-related declines in kidney efficiency already make stones more likely, and a spinach-heavy diet can tip the scales further. A single serving might not doom you, but regular consumption, say, daily smoothies or big salads, could quietly build a stockpile of oxalates, setting the stage for trouble. Kidney stones aren't the only concern. Those same oxalates interfere with calcium absorption in your gut, acting like a barrier that prevents your body from using the calcium you consume. You might pair spinach with a glass of milk or a slice of cheese, thinking you're fortifying your bones, but the oxalates are busy neutralizing that effort. For older adults, this is a serious red flag. Bone density naturally declines with age, raising the risk of osteoporosis, fractures, and mobility limitations. If your body isn't absorbing enough calcium, your skeleton weakens, leaving you vulnerable to breaks. Think a hip fracture from a minor stumble that spirals into months of recovery. For seniors already grappling with brittle bones, joint pain, or arthritis, spinach's hidden downside could be quietly eroding your resilience. Does this mean spinach is off the table entirely? Not necessarily, but preparation and moderation are non-negotiable. Cooking spinach can significantly cut its oxalate levels. Boiling or steaming reduces the risk to your kidneys and bones, making it a safer bet than raw leaves in a salad or smoothie. Pairing it with calcium-rich foods, like a sprinkle of Parmesan or a side of yogurt, can help offset the oxalate effect by binding some of it in your digestive tract before it reaches your kidneys. Even then, portion control is key. A small side of cooked spinach is far less likely to overload your system than a heaping plate. And if you're prone to kidney stones or have a family history of them, you might want to limit spinach even further, opting for lower oxalate greens like kale or arugula instead. Spinach may wear the halo of a perfect health food, but for seniors, it's a double-edged sword, a potential trigger for kidney stones, impaired calcium uptake, and cascading bone health risks. Before you pile your plate with those vibrant green leaves, take a moment to weigh the cost. Are your kidneys and bones strong enough to handle the oxalate load, or could this superfood be a stealthy saboteur in disguise? Number 2. Kale, the superfood that isn't always super. Kale has long been celebrated as a nutritional powerhouse, frequently topping lists of the healthiest vegetables you can eat. With its deep green leaves brimming with essential vitamins like A, C, and K, a wealth of minerals such as calcium and potassium, and a hefty dose of antioxidants, it's no wonder kale has become a darling of the health-conscious crowd. Smoothie enthusiasts blend it into vibrant green drinks, salad lovers toss it into bowls, and fitness buffs tout its benefits for muscle recovery and overall vitality. But beneath this glowing reputation lies a less discussed reality. Kale, the so-called superfood, might not be as universally beneficial as its fans claim, especially for seniors. It could harbor hidden risks that threaten your health as you age, particularly when consumed in large quantities or without proper preparation. One of the primary concerns with kale is its surprisingly high oxalate content. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds found in many leafy greens, including spinach, and kale is no exception. While they're harmless in small amounts, oxalates can bind with calcium in your body to form sharp, crystalline structures known as kidney stones. For younger individuals with robust kidney function, this might not pose a significant problem. But for seniors, whose kidneys naturally lose efficiency over time, a diet heavy in high oxalate foods like kale can place undue strain on these vital organs. The result? An increased risk of developing painful kidney stones, jagged little deposits that can cause excruciating discomfort, urinary issues, and even infections if left unchecked. If you've had kidney stones in the past, gobbling down raw kale salads or sipping kale-packed smoothies daily could be a recipe for recurrence, amplifying an already unpleasant condition. But the potential downsides of kale don't end with kidney health. This leafy green also contains compounds known as goitrogens, which can interfere with thyroid function. Goitrogens are naturally present in cruciferous vegetables like kale, broccoli, and cabbage, and while they're generally fine in moderation, they can pose a problem for those with existing thyroid conditions, such as hypothyroidism, a common issue among older adults. When consumed in excess, particularly in raw form, goitrogens may suppress thyroid hormone production, slowing your metabolism and exacerbating symptoms like fatigue, unexplained weight gain, dry skin, and a persistent sense of sluggishness. For seniors already grappling with thyroid imbalances, often undiagnosed or poorly managed, piling raw kale onto their plates might unknowingly worsen these struggles, turning a healthy choice into a hidden saboteur. So, does this mean kale should be banished from your diet entirely? Not quite. The good news is that preparation can make a significant difference. Cooking kale, whether by steaming, sautéing, or even lightly boiling, helps break down both oxalates and goitrogens, reducing their potential to harm your kidneys or thyroid. A quick steam can preserve much of kale's nutritional value while making it a safer option for regular consumption. Beyond preparation, moderation is equally crucial. Enjoying kale as an occasional part of a varied diet, rather than a daily staple, allows you to reap its benefits without overloading your system with its riskier components. For seniors, kale's status as a health food hero might need a second look. While it's undeniably nutrient-rich, its unchecked consumption could quietly undermine kidney function and thyroid balance. If you've been eating raw kale by the handful without a second thought, it's worth pausing to evaluate whether it's truly serving your body, or subtly working against it. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 5 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 1. Bell peppers, the shocking number 1 vegetable to avoid. Bell peppers are a feast for the eyes and, at first glance, a boon for the body. Available in a rainbow of colors, vibrant reds, sunny yellows, and crisp greens, they brighten up any dish, from stir-fries to salads to roasted veggie medleys. Nutritionally, they seem like a slam dunk, packed with vitamin C to boost immunity, antioxidants to fight cellular damage, and dietary fiber to support gut health. It's no surprise they're a staple in kitchens worldwide, often hailed as a guilt-free, wholesome addition to any meal. But here's the twist. Beneath their cheerful exterior, bell peppers might be hiding a host of problems, particularly for seniors. Far from being the innocent health food they appear to be, these popular veggies could be silently triggering digestive woes, inflammation, and even chronic discomfort, issues that hit harder as we age. One of the biggest hurdles with bell peppers is their tough, waxy outer skin. While it adds a satisfying crunch for younger eaters, this skin can become a digestive nightmare for seniors. As we age, our digestive system naturally slows, stomach acid production dips, intestinal motility decreases, and the ability to break down fibrous or tough foods weakens. The thick, indigestible skin of bell peppers often resists this weakened process, lingering in the gut and leading to bloating, gas, or even acid reflux. For those who already deal with frequent indigestion or a sensitive stomach, that colorful bell pepper garnish might be an unexpected culprit behind hours of discomfort. Picture this. You enjoy a hearty stuffed pepper for dinner, only to spend the evening battling a swollen belly or a burning sensation in your chest. Hardly the outcome you'd expect from a healthy vegetable. Digestion aside, bell peppers have another strike against them. They belong to the nightshade family, a group that includes potatoes, tomatoes, and eggplants. Nightshades contain a compound called solanine, a natural alkaloid that, in some individuals, can stoke inflammation. While solanine levels in bell peppers are relatively low compared to, say, green potatoes, they can still spell trouble for seniors with conditions like arthritis, joint stiffness, or chronic pain. Studies and anecdotal reports suggest that nightshades may exacerbate inflammation in sensitive individuals, potentially worsening swollen joints, morning stiffness, or that nagging ache that just won't quit. If you've ever noticed your knees or hands feeling creakier after a nightshade-heavy meal, bell peppers could be playing a stealthy role in your discomfort. There's more to the story, too. Some people develop subtle sensitivities or allergies to nightshade vegetables over time, and bell peppers are no exception. These reactions might not be as obvious as a rash or hives. They could manifest as low-grade inflammation, vague digestive distress, or even mild skin irritation that's easy to dismiss. For seniors, who may already be juggling multiple health concerns, these sneaky symptoms can fly under the radar, making it tricky to pinpoint bell peppers as the source. So, should you swear off them forever? Not necessarily. Preparation can once again come to the rescue. Roasting or grilling bell peppers softens their tough skin and makes them easier on the digestive tract, while peeling them after cooking removes the problematic layer entirely. Heat also appears to reduce solanine levels slightly, dialing back the inflammatory potential. Bell peppers may look like a harmless, nutrient-packed choice, but for seniors, they can be a Trojan horse of digestive upset, joint pain, and subtle sensitivities. If you've been tossing them into every stir-fry or salad without hesitation, it's time to step back and assess how they're truly affecting your body. A little tweaking, roasting instead of eating raw, peeling when possible, or simply cutting back, could mean the difference between discomfort and relief. Well, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the 10 vegetables seniors should reconsider for the sake of their health. Pretty eye-opening stuff, right? We've covered everything from the hidden sugar bombs like peas that could be throwing your blood sugar out of whack, to the kidney stressors like spinach and kale that might be doing more harm than good as you age. Even those colorful bell peppers might be secretly triggering inflammation or digestive woes. It's a lot to take in, and it might just change the way you look at your plate from now on. So, here's where you come in. What have you learned so far from this video? Maybe it's realizing that asparagus could be dehydrating you more than you thought, or that eggplant solanine might be behind those nagging joint pains. Perhaps it's the idea that cooking your veggies a little differently could make all the difference. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Take a moment and drop a comment below this video. Tell us one thing you've learned today that surprised you and how you plan to put it into practice in your everyday life. Will you cut back on corn? Steam your kale? We're excited to see what you'll share. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, please don't keep it to yourself. Leave your comment below, and while you're at it, hit that like button to let us know you enjoyed it. Share this with a friend or family member who might need to hear this too, especially if they're a senior looking to stay strong and healthy. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest health tips and updates. We've got more coming your way, like the best anti-aging foods to keep you feeling young and vibrant. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep thriving.